Hey everyone, my name's Calvin and welcome to my Procreate watercolor video tutorial. In this video, I'm going to show you how to paint just some simple people. Something about painting simple faces, it just gives me a lot of confidence with my other projects. Even if you've never painted faces before, I think you'll be able to follow this process and you'll be totally satisfied with your results. So the first thing I'll do is start out with the storybook watercolor texture. I like it because it's very fine-grained, and I'll put a link to this in the description. And I'm going to use the regular watercolor brushes, and I'm going to make a new layer here, and I'm going to do my sketch real quick. And I'll use the HB pencil for that. Okay. I'm happy with the sketch, but right away I can see there's a few issues with the proportions. So this is the #1 issue that I have when I draw faces on paper is I'll screw up something like, what's up with the space between the mouth and the chin, the eyes are too high or whatever. So what I'll do is I'll grab the selection tool, set it to freehand, and I'm just going to circle the face like this, just the features. I'll click on the arrow tool. And then you have all these options down here. I think I'll select warp, and I'm just going to play with the warp and try to arrange the facial features until I have something that fits more of a cool style. So there we go. I've got the facial features how I want them. Now I'm going to go back and grab that selection tool again. And this time I'm going to go around my whole sketch. And I'm going to warp it again using the same technique. And I'm just going to play with the face, the whole head I mean, and sort of adjust it and warp it until it fits what I'm looking for a little bit better. So there we go. It's got a little more motion into it. Before it was very flat, very much like just a head-on flat portrait. But when I warp the features and when I warp the face, I can really introduce some kind of nice energy to it. So once I've got my sketch done, I want to zoom out here and make sure that I'm doing it at a reasonable size. This is a little bit smaller, so I'm going to click the uniform scale tool and I'll just scale it up to fit my artboard just a little bit better. Okay, and I'm going to throw some colors on there real quick. So I'll grab a layer underneath the sketch, and I'll just grab a really light kind of skin tone, and I'll use the abstract round to apply that one. Pretty big size. And I'm just going to be really rough and bold with that. And if you get the hue wrong, you can just go over to your hue, saturation, and brightness and just shift the hue until you get a little bit of a more closer to the skin color you want. Okay, and I'll make a new layer and do the ears. I think those will be the same color but a little bit more red, a little bit darker. And now I'll do the hair. And I'm going to make sure I'm doing the hair on a different layer. In this case, I have the ear layer selected, so I'll make yet another layer there and do the hair like this. I like to keep the facial features each on a different layer. It's just easier to manage them. Okay, so the hair's done. And I think I'll shift the hue on that one a little bit and see what I can find. I think that's good. I made it just a little bit warmer. And now I'm going to do the t-shirt. And I want to make the nose kind of stand off on the face a little bit. So I'll go to the ear layer. I think I'll do it on that one. I'll grab the color from the face, make it a little bit more red, abstract round, and then just go over the nose really quick. I think that looks pretty good. I want to add some shadows on the neckline there, so I'll go to that layer, the very first one we did down here. I'll grab the selection tool, set it to freehand, and I could just make let's see here. I can make a selection that just goes along the chin line and then down like that. Then if I go to my hue, saturation, and brightness, I can darken that a little bit just to give us a shadow. And to add something, some kind of texture to the hair, I'll just go to the hair layer, this one here. Same thing, I'll grab that selection tool on freehand, and I'll just make a random selection in the hair like that. And hue, saturation, and brightness, and we'll lighten it up a little bit, just to add some texture in there. Okay, this is looking good, almost done. I just want to refine my sketch a little bit. So what I'll do is I'll go to my sketch layer and I'll set it really light, just so I can barely see it. I'll make another layer on top of that. I'll grab that pencil, the HB pencil again. And this time I'll go over it a bit more carefully, maybe even add, an eyebrow or ridge line there like that. And I'll just, not too perfectly, again, I like the kind of looseness in these kind of characters. And then you can always adjust the emotion in a face. You can actually just adjust the brow line, which can help a lot, but I want to add some sort of gentle eyebrows in there like that. There we go, it looks a little more friendly. And if you put one of these in the wrong place, it's easy. You can just grab that selection tool, circle it, and then move it over. And this is the main thing that I found difficult about faces, is if I made a mistake, I just lost hope with the sketch, with the drawing, because it's like I can't edit undo in real life. But on the iPad, you can. Okay, almost done here. There we go. I think that's looking pretty cool. I want to see what my old sketch layer looks like if I raise the opacity up a little bit. So I do like to raise it up maybe 9% or 10% just so I can barely see it there. I think it does add kind of a cool effect. One more detail I want to add to this face, and this is how you can have so much fun with this actually, is I get into it. Like I'll make a face and have one plan, and then I'll get inspired by something else, and then I'll be like, oh, maybe I should add this, maybe I should add that. So this guy looks like he needs some freckles, so I'll go back to my sketch layer, grab my HB pencil, and I'll just draw some freckles on there, some dots. And I think this one is done. This is a good exercise to do if you just need to build your confidence. For me, sometimes like I won't know how to paint something, or I'll doubt myself, especially if I've taken such a long break from art. And if I just draw a couple of these faces, it just really boosts my confidence, and I feel like I can draw anything that I could imagine. So give it a try and let me know what you think. If you have any questions about this kit or about this project here, you can leave a comment. But other than that, guys, thank you so much for your support. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.